Hello and welcome to Linda's Ease and on Thursday morning. Today we have a wonderful subject. We have the brand new, this summer, the Bernina came out with the sock hoop inserts. And if you buy the sock hoop inserts, you actually get two different sizes. So that's really fun. We're going to actually show you how to use them today. And so what's really great is that you can use your inserts inside the medium hoop that comes with your machine. So if you have an embroidery machine from Bernina already, you do have this medium-sized hoop already. So what we have to do in order to use these inserts is we take out this inner hoop, right? And then we've set that aside. So we're just going to use the outer frame of our medium hoop for this process. So today we're using these cute little anklet socks. And so I'm going to use the smaller, the mini, they call it the mini insert for our purposes today. But there's also the standard size. And you could actually use the standard size for other projects, not just larger socks, but you could use it for, I don't know, things like t-shirts or pockets or different types of bigger size embroidery than the one that we're going to show you today on the sock. So basically we start with a sock that is just standard, and we're going to turn it inside out, and this is my sock turned inside out. Okay, so that's how we start, is by turning it all the way inside out. So basically what I want to do is I'm going to take a pin over here from the side, and I'm going to put a safety pin where I want this embroidery to be on the sock. So we're going to mark that on the right side of the sock so that when we get it in the hoop, we see the marker. Some people do use the marking pens, water-soluble or air-soluble marking pens, but I think this is just as fine using this pin type of placement. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we are going to keep the higher lip towards the inside of the sock, and we're going to slide that in. And I'm sort of looking at where I put that pin. So I put that pin, and I'm going to center that on there. And then the stabilizer, let me just set this down for a second, and I want to show you the stabilizer. So the type of stabilizer we're going to be using is a Floriani Wet and Gone Tacky. We do have the OESD AquaMesh Plus also. So this is what it looks like once you cut a piece of it. I've got a couple pieces here. You've got paper on one side, and you've got the wash away mesh on the other side. So I'm going to peel that paper away so that my sticky side is going to be facing up. Got that? This is sticky here, right? And the other side is mesh. I set it right down on the insert. Being careful not to have my actual fingers stick to it forever. There we go. My sticky stabilizer. And I am going to set then, I am looking at that embroidery design again. I'm going to bring it down a little bit, and I am going to set that in like this. And I'm going to push this down towards the front part there first, and the back part next. So that is centered, and the lettering of the Bernina is towards my right, and the sock is then down towards me here. And then now that it's inside that insert, actually, why don't I go ahead and put the insert inside the medium hoop while I'm at it. And I'm going to have to tighten that as much as possible because we don't want that to move at all during this process. So I'm just going to tighten that up as tight as I can do that with my fingers. And you can see that stabilizer is in there, and then I'm going to reach around, and so that upper border there is going to hold back my sock, and so I'm going to be able to embroider on this area. So I take my pin away so I know that I've got that centered properly. I am all hooped and ready to go over to the machine. This screen here shows that I've chosen a design, and that blue box here means that I've chosen one, and I've chosen a banana. Basically, I'm going to embroider a banana on my white sock. I've got my 3 yellow colors ready to go. It tells me that I need 3 yellow colors. I wanted to go over the fact that, so this shape here shows me on my 990 that's the shape of my sock insert, right? And I find that by going over to the icon on the left-hand side here, and It's way at the bottom, so you have to scroll down. And if you don't have these on your machine yet, that's an update that you can have for free from Bernina. You have to go on their website, or you can actually come to us if you need help getting that update. If you bring a jump drive, we can load a jump drive for you and put that for you on your jump drive. So you have both of those hoops, and I've chosen the mini size and not the standard size. So there we go, got that. And then we can just X out of there. So that's showing me the delineation of that actual hoop. Now, if I wanted to edit and move that up, for example, I can do, well, I could have moved it like really quickly inside the hoop like that, which is great. I can change that. I can actually move it that way too if I wanted to, or I can go into edit and actually be watching the numbers of, you know, where am I, so that's centered horizontally, and it looks like I've moved it up like 60. So I'm at the top of it, which is not necessarily where I wanted that. So let's bring that down a little bit more. And if I wanted to center it, that would be center, right? So 0 and 0 is center, but I do want to move it up just a hair. So let's move that up to 20, and then we can X out of there. And then we can start our function of embroidery. I don't want to base it all. I'm just going to go ahead and say, yes, we're gonna, so that's just a prerequisite to, they want me to set my hoop on the machine, so we're going to do that. Now it says it's going to move to the first position, and then we're going to just go ahead and stitch away our first thread color. So it's as simple as that, really, getting our design going and getting it set up. And I've just got it set at a slower speed, but we can increase that speed. Bernina can go pretty quickly. So think about this, you could actually put on so many different designs. There's like an endless amount of designs, and you can edit the size of the design right inside the machine, or you could grab some really cute little mini designs from online. Oh, it's done, it's complete, it says on the screen over here. And look at our banana. You can see that the banana is stitched out, so why don't we unhoop the banana and show you what that does look like once it is unhooped. So we will have to cut around this, it's a cutaway stabilizer. That's why it's so stable in there, which is great. So we can trim around the stabilizer. Whoops. And then this is water soluble, right? So you would want to rinse the rest once you do cut around this. I'm just going to take it like a ponytail and trim it off like that. There we go. Just so I can show you guys what it looks like when I flip it back around to the right sides out. And look at that cute design on that sock. So you could do it where the sock is facing up. You could do it where you could flip the sock the other way and embroider the other side. But this is just the tip of the iceberg of what you can do with these new sock inserts. So hope you enjoyed that, and have a wonderful day, everyone, and thank you for joining us.